and virtual bestie, here to help you experience a glam lifestyle on a budget. And today we're gonna go over glam life skills. I know you're like, Jessica, how are life skills glam? We're calling them glam because I'm realizing not everybody has life skills. Did you know that? Just like common sense isn't common. What glam life skills do you have? Can you start a fire? Huh? Can you tell what time of day it is without looking at a clock? That's a real skill. I don't. But today we're gonna get into the glamorous life skill of swimming. I'm gonna tell you why I learned how to swim, my swimming story, and then I'm gonna, help you swim like a millionaire by giving you some glam accessories to swim with, and I'm gonna give you some luxurious places to swim. Okay, so let's get into it. I grew up an army brat. I was actually born in Germany and we moved around a lot. Okay, within our family, no one ever really took the time to be like, hey, you should learn how to swim. But my mom actually didn't keep us away from bodies of water. We still went to the pool. We still did all the things as a family that involved water. We just knew better, than to try something crazy. She'd be like, stay on the shallow end, and we would. She would also take us to places that had lifeguards, so we were good to go. On this particular Saturday, we were going to the pool and my dad wasn't deployed or anything. So we were like, oh, dad's gonna come with us. So we all go to the pool as a family during the summer. I'm doing my thing, my siblings are doing their thing. We're in the shallow end, everybody's having a good time. Out of nowhere, okay, we hear cheers and people hooting and hollering. And I'm like, what's going on? We all look over to the diving board. Guess who's on the diving board doing backflips, all kinds of flips? Y'all, it was my father, my dad. I felt so betrayed. I was like, as a unit, as a family, I thought we all didn't know how to swim. He out here swimming like a fish. So when he gets done, people are like, high-fiving him and oh, that was so cool. Little kids are going up like, sir, can you teach me? I'm like, no, he can't teach you anything because I'm his daughter. What? The whole car ride home, I'm looking at him like this. You can't be trusted, because where did that come from? Okay, so I get to talking to my dad and I'm like, Dad, what was that? You were just gonna act like that didn't happen? You just gonna act like you didn't turn into a whole fish at the pool just now? What is really going on? Do I even know? Are you my real dad at this point? He gets into the story about how he basically grew up in a small town in South Carolina and they had to make their own fun. So part of making their own fun, they would just randomly hop into bodies of water. So to keep up with his brothers, he had to know how to swim to keep up with the pack. And so I didn't know that. So I was like, oh, okay, I forgive you. Fast forward, now, because I've grown up an army brat, I have a diverse group of friends and we're doing all the things. I'm talking about going to the mountains in boats in different countries. We're doing all the things, right? My group of friends were basically people who all knew how to swim. It was just a couple of us sprinkled in there that didn't know how to swim, but the rest of the group was just so nice and so cool about every time we did a water activity on a boat or something, they'd be like, hey, we get a little mini lesson for the day with our life vests on, of course. So they'd be like, kick like this, do this, and we'd get a little mini swimming lesson each time we did a water activity. Not to mention, a couple of the people in the group were professional lifeguards. So we were in good hands. So we were confident that although we couldn't swim, we're doing all the water things because there's literally people in the group trained to save our lives should something happen. The first time I actually had to put one of the lessons my friends had kind of showed me on the side during a boat party on a Saturday was floating the river in Austin, Texas. If you've been to Texas and you float this river, you already know. So we're floating the river and everybody has their tubes just linked in together. We're all floating down this river together. This river, I don't even know how deep this river gets. It gets deep, okay? And you know how I know? This is how I know. We're floating the river with my crew. That involves the professional lifeguards. Where I have my sister on the back of my tube and my friend is in front and we're just aligned, just going down the river. We decide to, on this river trip that we're floating on the river, we're gonna stop and take like a little mini break to the side, because when you float the river in Austin, people hop off to the side to like play music, just chill out because the river's long. So just take a break and hang out. It's a river day, float the river, do what you must. So our group decides we're all linked in together. The person in the front decides that, you know what? We're gonna get off over here because I know those people. We're gonna hang out with them and then we're gonna hop back in our tubes, continue going down the river. All of our group gets in. I'm near the tail end and I have my sister linked on behind me, my little sister, right? So we get closer to everyone hopping out of their tube and I'm up next. I miscalculate the water and the land. Yes, I did. I miscalculated how close I was to the grass. I thought I was closer. So I, in my tube with no life vest on the river, who can like barely swim a little bit, I hop out of my tube because I'm like, surely there's like a ground, everyone's stepping up. There's a ground here. I'm gonna hop out. I hop out and I to the bottom. I just keep going. I keep going. And because I've been in water so many times, I'm like, okay, I know not to panic. I'm gonna just stretch my big toe to see if I can like feel the ground. I'm stretching. I'm completely submerged. I'm stretching my toe, looking for this ground that I just knew. It was no ground. And then it hits me while I'm under there. Girl, even if there is a ground, what you finna walk underwater? Like at this point, you don't want the ground. Like, what are we doing? If there is the ground, it can't help you right now. You need to get back up to the top. So I'm like, what do I do again? Let me try. So I do a little 1-2 number and it takes me back up to the top. And when I come to the top, I'm right next to the tube that I sunk into. The whole time I'm like, did I just swim? My sister, who was having like a silent panic attack, was like, girl, I kept my eye on where you dipped under at, because if you took too long, I was gonna call for help. I was gonna tell someone, come help you. She went down right there. She was like, you had another second to come back up. And then she said, when did you learn how to swim? I was like, I don't know. It turns out if you don't panic, you just kind of float back up to the top. So that's what happened. We finally get on the grass side and everyone's like, okay, everyone's here. My sister's like, Jessica just went under. They were like, you went under? I was like, it was such a silent thing. I just so gracefully went under and came back up and nobody knew. Okay. Fast forward to quarantine. Everybody, you guys, we all remember quarantine, lockdown for literally the world, okay? We're all inside. People are trying new recipes. I baked bread from scratch. Like, we're just doing stuff to keep busy inside the house, okay? Once outside opened up just a little bit, I was like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna learn how to swim officially. Okay, I'm inspired. I've been in the house. I want to just try stuff now. I'm like, let's take swimming lessons. So I look online for adult group swimming lessons, okay? I found adult group swimming lessons. I need adult group swimming lessons for 2 reasons. First reason is I need a group. I need group support, okay? Because I am embarrassed and I'm a whole adult and I need to learn how to swim, but we're gonna get it done. Also, I need group because swimming lessons can get expensive. So the one-on-ones were like through the roof since outside was just barely opening back up. So I was like, I need a group lesson. It's cheaper. I can learn how to swim And I'll have like the camaraderie of other adults who also need to learn how to swim. It's gonna be grand, okay? So I buy all of my swim accessories. I have my swim cap, all the things they tell you to buy before you show up to your first lesson. My swim cap and my goggles, okay? Speaking of swim goggles, Fendi has swim goggles that have been marked down to $273, okay? These swim goggles are part of the Fendi swim collection, made in Italy, and they have the double F monogram on the front of the goggles, and it's mirrored, so it's giving like this cool effect as you swim. Amazing, okay? Back to the story. I go for my very first group swim lesson. I'm nervous, but I got all my gear, right? Before I can check in good, I'm opening the door, like 2 people are like, Jessica, so glad you came. I'm like, wait a minute, do I have a name tag on? How do y'all know me? And I'm like, oh, thanks for having me, because there's a lot of people in here. How did you know that I was Jessica walking in? So I walk towards the back where they're doing the actual swim lessons with the pool, and it's the second check-in desk, and I get there, they're like, yeah, come on in. Yeah, everybody, this is Jessica. I'm like, nice to meet you. Again, how do y'all know? It turns out they're like, yeah, you're our only adult in the group. Y'all, apparently no other adults are trying to learn how to swim. So this group adult swim lessons that I'm going to has by default turned into a one-on-one session with group adult prices. So I'm like, I was trying to avoid all of this attention. I don't need this. Where's the other people that want to learn? Everybody know how to swim except me? Really? But I get through the lessons, weeks go by, everything goes well, okay? People are cheering me on. I'm pushing kids out the way. Like, we're doing things, okay? I'm a legit swimmer in these streets. So the swimming lessons are over, and of course, since I know how to swim, I'm trying to swim other places. But since outside is like barely open and not really, a lot of the public pools are just completely closed. So I really don't get to put my skills to the test. And I'm like, there's nowhere to swim. Can I come back here to just swim just because, even though I'm not learning? No, outside still isn't quite open. So now I know how to swim, but I kind of have nowhere to swim. Fast forward a couple months, and my friend and I decide to take a trip to Cabo for our birthdays. Both of our birthdays are in March. This is gonna be our grand birthday trip. We're gonna go to Cabo, okay? Having a blast, making friends with camels, living my best life. But the highlight of the trip was a boat trip to the Ark. Because you need a luxurious place to swim, let me tell you about El Arco in Cabo, San Lucas. This gigantic rock formation is at the very tip of Cabo, San Lucas. It is the extreme southern point of Mexico, Baja California Peninsula, so it's known as like Land's End because it's no more land. This is it. This arc represents absolutely all of it forever. It's just water from here on out. What's really awesome is this arc is where 2 bodies of water meets. It's the Pacific Ocean and the Sea of Cortez meet right at this arc. You're that girl if you swim here because you'll be at 2 different places at once. You'll be in the ocean and the sea at the same time, okay? Back to the story. Okay, it's the highlight of the trip to Cabo. It is boat day to the Ark. We get ready to sail out. There's unlimited food. There's unlimited drinks. It's a grand day. We sail out. There's a professional photographer taking pictures. Like, we're celebrities on this boat, okay? This is not just any boat. This is that boat in Cabo. So we're sailing out, and I guess we're ahead of schedule, or maybe just the captain's just having a grand time with our group. He announces, hey, I'm actually gonna anchor right here. Okay, we have some time before we head back. We're ahead of schedule. So I'm gonna anchor for a bit. And if you wanna hop and swim in the ocean by the ark, you can. I think to myself, this is it. This is my moment to shine. This is what I have been waiting for. It's God showing me why I'm his favorite. That's what's going on right now. And so I look over at my friend and she looks at me and says, "You're gonna get in the ocean, aren't you?" You bet I am! Girl, I just learned how to swim. We gotta put these swimming lessons to the test. I gotta swim somewhere and it's looking like it's gonna be the ocean. Okay, so once he anchors and gives the A-OK to hop in, people start just jumping off the side of the boat. Just pew, 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 just hopping off the boat. I'm like, oh, wait a minute. Y'all are giving expert energy. I just learned how to swim yesterday. Where's the life vest? Where's the life vest? So I go up to the captain and the staff. I'm like, I need a little life vest situation. They were so sweet and so attentive. They were like, oh yes, of course. We have this. They're giving me, do you want a floaty? What do you want with? I was like, a life vest and like some snorkel gear. And I'm gonna figure it out. I'm not gonna hop in. I'm gonna ease in. So I'm looking at the captain. I'm like, where the little ladder where you drop easily into the water? That's where I reside. So they take me to the back of the boat for the people that want to ease into the water. And by people, I mean me, because I'm the only one easing into the ocean at this point. But at least we going, okay? I'm the only one with a life vest on at this point, but I don't care. I don't care who judges. I do not care what you think. I'm here for a good time, not a long time. Think what you want. I'm very much wearing this life vest, okay? So I ease into the water and I go under a bit because that's just natural. That's your body realizing you're in the ocean and you just naturally come back up. So I got all my gear on and I'm like, you know what? This ain't too bad. So now I'm trying to remember what I learned in swimming lessons because I haven't swam anywhere since I learned. Okay, so I was like, I think I'm kicking right. I'm thinking I'm doing something. So I just start going with, I just remember practicing all of those weeks. So I go a bit of a distance and just to assess where I am and how far I am from the actual boat, I kind of look up while in the water and who do I see? I see my friend on the edge looking over at me into the water. She is looking like a proud mom, okay? She is cheesing. She got the phone out, recording. She's taking pictures. She's a whole proud mom right now. She's like, that's my friend. I'm swimming in the ocean. So I see her. She looks so proud. I get excited. I'm like, oh, I'm feeling myself. I am in the ocean and we are swimming, hunty. So I go a little bit further. I'm like, okay, all right, we doing it, okay? I think I saw, I don't know, baby shark, I don't know. I made it back safe. Nothing bit me, okay? I wasn't even thinking about that. I was just so glad to swim. It didn't hit me like what's in the ocean. That's not what we think about right now, okay? So, okay, I swim until I'm like exhausted, right? And I'm like, okay, gotta get back to the boat now. It hits me in that moment. I bit off more than I can chew, okay? It hits me that I am not in the pool. You know, where I learned to swim, I'm not in the pool. I'm in the middle of the ocean swimming, okay? A very deep, very blue ocean, okay? I'm tired and I cannot stand up to walk back because that's what I was doing in swimming lessons. If I got a little exhausted, I'm like, oh, child, let me stand up and just get back to the edge of the pool. It's no standing up in the ocean and I'm tired. Send help. Okay, so now I'm just floating. I'm floating and trying to gain the strength to swim back. I was like, swimming is such a workout. They don't tell you for real. You want to lose weight, just swim every day. Because what? I finally gained the strength to swim back to the boat. I'm swimming back. I get back to the boat. When I get back to the boat, I am so proud of myself. Not only did I learn how to swim, I put my skills to the test in the middle of the ocean. Like, go big or go home. That's how I play. It is honestly probably one of my most proud moments as an adult to this day. Swimming in the ocean for the first time. Okay, I need all of y'all to figure out what luxurious life skill you're gonna work on. Do you know how to swim? Are you interested in learning how to swim? At least know how to start a fire. Something. I need you to have some kind of luxurious life skill, okay? Speaking of luxurious, go ahead and click the link in the description because why? Join my opulent circle. We're sharing deals to glam lifestyle essentials over there. Just come say hi at the very least. It is open to all. It's a private group but it's open. So come on in, girl, so I can say hi. That's all I have for you today. And until next time, bye.